Welcome to No Critics Allowed, where the only review that matters is your own. I'm Steven Daniel, and if this is your first time hearing my voice, don't change the channel just yet. I've been the producer behind the scenes of this podcast, pulling the strings like Wizard of Oz, but now I'm stepping out from behind the curtain, and it's time for my own spotlight. In this segment, I'm not here to be the Roger Ebert of the podcasting world. No, I'm just a casual moviegoer, like many of you, who finds joy in the cinematic universe by simply enjoying it, without dissecting it into pieces like I'm Indiana Jones examining ancient ruins. While the critics are out there with their pens, papers, and pretentiousness, I'm here, popcorn in hand, having a damn good time. Let's be real for a sec. Critics are often sucking the studios off like Biff Tannen sweet-talking his way out of detention. Many critics prioritize artistic merit and innovation over good old-fashioned fun. And hey, that's fine. It's their job. They watch so many movies that their expectations are higher than Mount Doom. They're hyper-aware of cliches and flaws like they've got The Matrix downloaded straight into their brain. And don't even get me started on the YouTubers and podcasters who break down every trailer like it's CSI Miami. I mean, by the time the movie comes out, it feels like there's nothing left to be surprised by. Just insert the sound of Jaws right when you expect the shark to appear. When it comes to me, I'm here for the adventure and excitement, not the minute details. Take The Last of Us, for example. I played the game twice. Once it came out and then the remastered version, but I only watched one full trailer for the show. Why? Because I already knew the story. But when it's something I know nothing about, especially a new horror movie, I'm out after the first minute of the trailer. I believe trailers should be just that, a teaser, not a play-by-play of every moment to come. Remember the golden rule of movie trailers. Human attention span is about as short as Wile E. Coyote's chase scene. 30 seconds is all we really need. Just enough to intrigue us without showing us the whole damn plot. That's why, as someone who goes in relatively blind, I usually end up loving movies more than the critics. I don't walk in thinking, oh, I saw that coming, because I didn't see it at all. I didn't read the spoilers, I didn't analyze the Easter eggs, and I didn't critique the VFX breakdown. When I walk into a theater, I leave my phone, pen, and paper behind. I'm not here to critique. I'm there to experience it like it's Back to the Future for the first time. And maybe, just maybe, if the critics watch the movie twice, first to enjoy, and then second to analyze, we see less nitpicking and more appreciation for the magic of cinema. But enough about me and how I dodge spoilers like Neo dodging bullets. Let's get into today's topic, guilty pleasures, or as I prefer to call them, movies that make me happy. We're going to talk about why we need to stop labeling certain films as guilty pleasures and just enjoy them for what they are. Because at the end of the day, movies are meant to entertain us, not be judged like we're in Hunger Games. So let's dive in. When you hear the term guilty pleasure, it's like someone's asking you to confess a deep, dark secret, as if you're on trial of a few good men. You can't handle the truth, but why should we feel embarrassed about the movies we love? Just because they don't match what the masses or critics say? I say, who cares if you're into rom-coms? I am. My favorite is Just Go With It. Who cares if you're into the hard-believe action flicks? Bring on Fast and the Furious and Bad Boys. Those movies are fun, they're thrilling, and they don't take themselves too seriously. That's what I love about them. Now, I am a 39-year-old American with parents from Puerto Rico and Honduras, and I'm proud to say out loud that I enjoy movies and shows that most people tend to write off. I like the Jurassic Park franchise. I love the Star Wars franchise, even the ones that people like to hate on. I've watched The Devil Wears Prada about 30-something times, and no, I'm not sorry about it. The Grinch is my favorite Christmas movie, and yes, the Jim Carrey one. I'm all about Talladega Nights and give me Disney live-action remakes any day. Why? Because I don't need critics telling me the movies I enjoy are trash. I don't need people that join the hate train for inclusion. Sure, maybe some of the stuff I like are over the top. Maybe they're a little cheesy, but to me, they're genuine, heartfelt, and fun. They resonate with me. And isn't that what movies are supposed to do? So forget about the guilty part. Just call them pleasures. Everyone has unique preferences, and that's what makes us awesome and interesting. If a movie brings you joy, that's all that matters. Embrace it. Flaunt your taste proudly, like Maverick taking to the skies in Top Gun. Show the world that you don't care about what other people think. Because when it comes to what lights up your screen, you're the director of your own blockbuster. And remember, you're not alone. There are plenty of people who love the movies and shows you enjoy, even the ones that get a bad rap. Some of these guilty pleasure films have massive fan bases. You ever heard of The Room? It's a cult classic now, and it has its own legion of fans. So don't let the critics dictate what should be enjoyed. Chances are, there's a whole community out there that feels the same way you do. Remember to share the fun. Watching these movies with friends and family who appreciate them too makes the experience even better. My oldest son and I love spoof movies. No matter how hard they get slammed by critics, if it's poking fun at something, we're all over it. Doesn't matter if it's scary movie or Spaceballs, we laugh. We bond, and that makes it worth watching, no matter what Rotten Tomatoes says. Be confident. Be confident. Talk about your favorite guilty pleasure movies with enthusiasm. With the same excitement you'd have after you walk out of an Avengers premiere. People feed off that energy, and who knows, maybe your passion will convince someone else to give it a shot and discover something they enjoy. At the end of the day, movies are meant to bring us joy, to make us feel something, whether it's laughter, nostalgia, or even a good tearjerker moment. There's no room for guilt in enjoying what makes you happy. So next time you think about calling a movie guilty pleasure, drop the guilty part. Own your taste and enjoy your pleasures freely, because every movie has the power to entertain and connect, and that's something worth celebrating. So let's sum this up. Today we talked about the idea of guilty pleasures in movies and why that label just doesn't cut it. Movies and shows are meant to entertain, to bring us joy, and if a film makes you happy, whether it's a blockbuster hit or a cheesy rom-com, it's doing its job. Your favorite films don't need validation from anyone else. Embrace what you love and own it, because there's no shame in enjoying something that lights you up. At the end of the day, movies aren't here to be dissected by critics alone. They're here to make us laugh, cry, and escape into a new world for a couple of hours. So whether it's Twilight or Mamma Mia, Transformers, or even Blue Crush, enjoy what makes you happy. That's all that matters. And with that, it's time to roll credits on this episode of No Critics Allowed. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review. It helps more movie lovers like you find us. And as always, I'll see you in the next reel, because to quote the Terminator, I'll be back. Until then, keep the popcorn popping, and remember, there's no room for guilt in your cinematic pleasures.